All right, let's leave athletics and for now. Let's talk football. Interestingly, coincidentally, still has to do with the Olympics. Unfortunately, the Super Falcons of Nigeria will not go to that competition for the third straight time after playing a 1-1 draw against Cote d'Ivoire in Lagos at the Agege Stadium. Cote d'Ivoire took the lead in that game, very early lead.
12th minute.
12th minute, right? And Asa Oshola brought Nigeria back into the game before the end of the first half. And you thought 45 minutes left, it's win or bust for the Falcons. And for 45 minutes plus extra time, Cecilia,
there was no win, there was no bust.
They struggled.
Yeah.
They couldn't get the winning goal.
Yeah. Because the Ivorians were compact. I mean, they came for a win. I mean, the free kick that got them the goal, it was something you didn't expect. It was a straight free kick, and of course, that's something that you don't expect. It happens, it happens. But we expected the Falcons to bounce back.
Here's the way done better?
I don't think so. It was something, I mean, no matter how good you are, I think it's difficult.
Okay.
It's a very difficult call in the sense that you're not expecting such a direct free kick, and it happens. And Asisa has to do another solo run again. I mean, she got the opportunity. She was able to score.
Cecilia, at this stage, just sorry to button. At this stage, 1-1.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be 2-1.
I thought it was going to be a Nigerian win in the second half, right?
Yeah, I actually thought, I had a prediction. I thought we were going to win 2-1 because of the way, they came in after conceding that goal. But the Ivorians, I think what worked for them was a bit the fact that they were compact. I mean, you could see the back pass they were doing. You know that there's a player there. There was just the cohesion you see, and you're asking yourself, like, these girls have been playing together for a very, very long time. Well, give it to them. The Ivorians were good. Falcons, yes, they were good. The game was actually better than the one they played against Algeria. But the thing is, if you don't score, you won't win. So that's where the problem is. They've been able to get a second goal, maybe better. I think when the coach actually took out, Ngozi Okobi and all that, and bringing in Jamisilu, then you had to take Rashidat Ajibade out and also bringing in another player. I thought just maybe that kind of alter a little, because I didn't see the hunger from those two girls when they came on the pitch. I didn't like it, but there's nothing you can do about. That's the players you have on the bench. You don't have others, because he started with his best players. Monday Gift, she did a pretty good job, but just wasn't enough because the Ivorians' defense was really hard to crack. Compact. I mean, they were good. Just give it to them. I think the draw, I mean, when you check the game both sides, I think the draw was actually a favorable one. If it was 2-2, it goes into penalty, then it could be anybody's game. But it just didn't happen that way, and the Ivorians had to go through.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, it's painful, but then it's football. It happens. So,
Cote d'Ivoire. When that draw was made, no, not a draw. When we knew that was going to be Cote d'Ivoire in the third round of the qualifiers, we knew it was going to be a tough one, because the Ivorians have been growing in leaps and bounds in recent times now. A goalless draw at home in Abidjan. Coming to Nigeria, they knew if they scored a goal, and they would have a good chance. They did just that and managed to hold on and didn't lose the game, and they'll be going to the fourth round where they'll be taking on Cameroon. But for Nigeria, they're going to have to try again next time. But for the coach, Christopher Danjuma, who's interim, by the way, don't forget that he's interim coach after the substantial coach, Thomas Zenove, just, went away, resigned, however you want to call it. They had to bring someone in, and he's tried to do his best, but obviously his best is not enough. Christopher Danjuma, let's take his post-match reaction. Obviously, he is a very disappointed man this morning.
The first thing is to apologize to Nigerians for not qualifying for the Olympic Games. Everybody came out to do his best, the very best they could. And this is the game of football. And sometimes you expect the best result so that you can make a nation happy. It's not about an individual or people. It's about making a nation happy and getting a nation in the Tokyo 2020, but it was not meant to be, not because they did not give their best. You get to do the best you can in the time given. Just do your best and just do the best. It's an honor to serve a great country like Nigeria. The way forward for the Falcons is there are other qualifiers to be played, and I know the girls will brace up and you see a better and a more, what will I say, a direct playing Falcons.
Super Falcons interim coach Christopher Danjuma apologizing to Nigerians, for the Falcons All-Star. They won't be going to the Olympics again. That would mean the last time they were there was in Beijing 2008. That's a shame for a country like Nigeria. We're seeing pictures of the end of regulation time when that match ended 1-1. While the Ivorians were celebrating, the Falcons were told to remain on the pitch. And there was a bit of a confusion on what was going on. Cecilia, at the end of the day, what was the confusion about?
Yeah, I think the match commissioner came over. Like, the referee ended the game, final whistle and all that. So the players were about leaving the pitch and the match commissioner came on. I think they were trying to resolve the issue. Are they going to go into penalties? Because the rule is that usually, you know, when it ends on the same goal line and all the both teams, you have to go into penalties. But this time around, the first leg was goalless, so there were no goals. So Côte d'Ivoire got a goal here. So naturally, away goes straightforward. Yeah. But I don't know what the confusion was about. Maybe they didn't know the scoreline of the first
one. Look at them, they're celebrating already.
They will celebrate the wait. They celebrate the wait. It was very funny because they stayed on the for like 10 minutes. This thing dragged for a long time. I mean, for more than 10 minutes. They were celebrating. While the celebration was going on, the celebration was still going on. They had to go look at the rule book, brought out a lot of papers. Some started checking phones, checking the rules. Right there, I'm like, come on, we're bigger than this.
These ones don't look like they're ready to play a game. They're just ready to celebrate. They know they've gone.
Why this was going on? If you check the other side, they were still checking. They brought up books and everything. The referees were confused, you know, and all. But at the end of the day, they knew, obviously.
Come on, guys.
It was not going to happen. It was really, really funny. They wanted to go, then they go back, and at the end of the day, they just knew that, look, this is not it, because we all know that away goes, no matter what happened, is always the thing. But then let's get more reaction now coming from this particular match. What Gusso had to say, you know, about this particular incident. Ibrahim Gusso happens to be a member of the Nigerian Football Federation Executive Committee.
Well, I feel very bad. It's unfortunate that we are also not going to show up at the Olympics. I think we were on the Olympic with the girls team since 2008, which is almost 11 years now. And well, as I have said earlier, and you know what we have a little distraction from the coach, because we just wake off along the line, the coach just sent a letter of resignation. You know, it's a very difficult task for whoever is going to take over to continue from there. We are not very clear about what are his grievances. As you are aware also, the minister has weighed into the situation, and we are trying to see on whatever the situation is so that we can see how we can move forward. But for now, nobody can just tell you the full content of the letter. We cannot say it because we did not discuss it at the board. No, the next is for us to try and see how we can have a formidable coaching crew. Because as you are aware, the moment the coach wrote his resignation, we tried to put an interim coaching crew that will continue from where he stopped. Because we just don't have time. We have to do what we are supposed to do to ensure that the team continue. But the first and foremost, we have to get a formidable coaching crew for the team, and then we try and see how they can work, and we give them time to work so that we face other challenges. That is the Nation Cup, and then our qualifier to the World Cup.
Okay, right here was actually talking about, you know, the game, how disappointed he is and all that. And
most importantly,
Coach
he confirmed resignation of the coach.
Yeah, he resigned and he left.
Until yesterday, there was no official word from the NFF on this coach, on the coach of the senior women's national team. But after the loss now, a member of the executive committee is confirmed. There was a letter sent, which appears to be a resignation letter.
And it's raised some issues and all that and everything. But then the minister says he was going to speak to him. But after now, they've not discussed it in the executive committee meeting. So they've not met to discuss about Coach Dennerby.
Embarrassing.
So it's like, okay, that has gone just down the drain. That's
embarrassing stuff right there. Right, the fact that we had to wait till yesterday to know the true situation of things between the coach, now the former coach of the Super Falcons.
Yeah, he's former right now.
Yeah.
Because he left, he resigned. I mean, he used those two words, left, he resigned. And later he said they've not actually met to make a decision. The minister says
what decision is that to be made? He's resigned.
He said the minister talked to him and all that. They've not come together as a committee to actually discuss, you know, what transpired and
what I'm saying
so are they still waiting? But he hinted something about they will get a new technical crew for the Falcons. You know, you still have Olympic qualifiers and other games.
There you go.
Not Olympic qualifiers, sorry. World Cup is there and all that. So it tells a whole lot of story that it simply means it's the end of Coach Thomas Dennerby. So that's what it's looking like right now. But we didn't have to wait for so long to really know what went down with Coach Thomas.
I mean, what is the big deal in putting? I mean, it's like Phil Neville leaving the Lionesses.
Just walking away.
And it just goes on, you don't hear nothing about it. And you just
speculation, sources.
And nothing comes from the English FA to say, oh, Phil Neville has resigned because of so, and so.
Even if you don't specify, you may not have to specify everything if you don't like
exactly,
it.
but just put out the word out there.
Let people know. But it just wasn't to be. But I mean, that was what we listened to. But then let's listen to his reaction concerning that particular incident, you know, talking about the fact that, okay, match commissioner was to blame for that.
Yeah, we'll do that after the break.
I think it has to be the fault of the match commissioner, because the match commissioner is in charge of the game. All these issues are issues that are supposed to be resolved at the pre-match meeting, so that everybody will be very clear about the rules and what is going to happen. In an event, it is 1-1, this is what we are going to do. In an event that it's ended 0-0, this is what we are going to do. Those are issues that are supposed to be resolved by the match commissioner right at the pre-match meeting. But I don't know what happened. But we thank God that it has, she has finally gotten the clear situation of the whole team, and that's how is it, and that's how we're going to take it.
Yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way you would take it. Falcons are out. We hope that the men will be able to qualify, but okay. All right. You know, let's get more reactions from the players. You know, after that confusion and all that, we could see her. She was ready. As a, how do I put it now? She's good at penalties and all that. Can actually stop kicks and everything. So she was really ready. Came on the pitch, to see if it's going to happen. But then she is really disappointed, and of course, all the players, the morning camp right now, not looking good for the girls. Let's hear from her.
Everyone is very down because the mood right now is something else. This is the third time we are not qualifying for the Olympic, and there is no joy in the camp. Everybody is downcast. So I don't know how the spirit, might, come back again, because it's something of a joy that everybody wants to be in the Olympic. Like, I've tested it and I've seen how it is. I told them that Olympics something you meet likes of a lot of stars and all that. So it's just something we have to work hard and pick the ticket. But unfortunately, it didn't go our way. And again, the worst one was in our home. We couldn't put smiles and joy to our fans' face and all that. So I think before it will erase in our memory, it's going to take some time and all that to lift up the spirit high again.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to lift them up. Hopefully they can bounce back from this. And that's what the likes of Sister Shola and Ngozi Kobe, Monday Gift have also be talking about this.
Spirit down, no surprises at all. It's a massive opportunity lost for the Super Falcons players. Let's take more post-match thoughts now of the likes of Asisat Oshola was the captain, did the best on the day, scored a goal, but wasn't enough. Also get to listen to Ngozi Kobe as well as Monday Gifts.
It's just football. I mean, these things happen in football. You see this every day, but I mean, sometimes you just have to take responsibility and just let the whole thing out. We tried our best today. We tried to get a goal, and then they were lucky to get a direct free kick, which actually was an error from us. But yeah, I'm proud of the team. Everyone gave everything they had today, but we're just unlucky to win. Basically, to go back to the drawing board, try to get the technical crew together, try to get the schedule for the team and all of that. We need to have a proper structure. So I think the Federation knows what to do.
I don't think there's a way forward right now because we're out of the Olympics already. It's so painful we had to lose that this way, but I wish they would have done more. Yeah, can't really say much about this. So painful. I actually gave out my all today. I didn't have the best the first time, but thank God I had my best today, and thank God for everything.
Actually, I felt bad, just like every other person. I've always wanted to play in the Olympics, and I think I'll have to wait for another day. But seriously, it's really painful to be out of the Olympics.
Disappointment written all over their faces. Asisat Oshola, Monday Gift, and Ngozi Okobi. But can't leak your wounds out for too long. You need to bounce back. opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, they're young players. They're future. Money Gifts, for instance, playing first time with the senior national team from FC Robo. So, a long way to go.
A long way to go.
Yes.
So, all right, then. Let's leave the Super Falcons and let's
painful.
touch up on the NWFL promotion playoffs. Now, Cecilia, match day 1.
Yeah, it's starting today. The kick-off. The first game is going to be at 1 p.m. That's between Pelican Stars and Police Machine. You also have the one between Moje Queens and Olori Babes. That will be at 3 p.m. So it's a promotion. The clubs, 4 clubs will try to secure promotion to the top flight if they are able to get in. All they have to do is just win your game, and, you know, the club will also try to, you know, honor the late players, you know, that died of Pelican Stars.
Police Machine,
Police Machine, to try to do that. Starting today, it's going to end on Friday. So 2 teams with the highest number of points after the conclusion of will be promoted to the Nigerian Women's Premier League. Okay, it's going to be in
the papers, though.
Kogi.
Let's just stop quickly on the Amputee Eagles. Fantastic news from them. They call them the Special Eagles. They've advanced to the semi-final of the Amputee Africa Cup of Nations. These guys just keep doing wonders because there's always issues with their preparations and welfare, but every time they get on the pitch, they always find a way to get the result. They took on Sierra Leone and they pipped their rivals by a lone goal, and that's enough for them to get to the semi-finals. And we'll see. Hopefully they can make it to the final as well. To Kelvin Kingsley was the guy that got the goal for Team Nigeria.
So they are always winning. They were able to get a win over Liberia, against Cameroon, also Tanzania and all that. So it's a good one for these Special Eagles. Now they have 10 points from 4 games and will play host and world champions Angola in the next match later today. So it's a good one.
Angola,
so something
Nigeria,
to cheer.
Angola, Nigeria, Amputee football.
Wonderful. Okay, time to look at the papers now. You have Sporting Life. Okay. I'll start with the Sporting Sun. Okay, Sporting Sun, that's where I'm starting from this morning. And this one, Nigeria versus Brazil versus Nigeria. Neymar and Thiago storm Singapore. Eagles get camp deadline. We learned that Eagles start arriving on Wednesday, so which is good. Okay, I don't know what this one is all about. New Ndidi commits to Nigeria, shows France, Germany. Who is the new Ndidi? Okay, this is on Sporting Sun. Abraham Tomori ready for England.
Of course they are.
Yeah, of course they will be ready.
They
Barcelona sacks Valdez. Okay.
Yeah, Victor Valdez has been coaching the juvenile side. Yeah, you know, it's not been doing too well, so it looks like it's gotten the pink letter. The junior team of Barcelona, that is. All right.
Not juvenile. Okay, Complete Sports is the next one. Complete Sports here. Barcelona still owe Liverpool £84 million over the 142 million Coutinho deal. Coutinho right now is on loan at Bayern Munich and option of buy, right? Okay. They have to, he better perform so that they'll sell him.
Old though, so I don't know why the papers this morning have decided to focus on Barcelona. Perhaps the time of other clubs will come.
Yeah, because Barcelona is one of the biggest.
True.
Okay, this one, Messi breaks Ronaldo's record, could be banned from the UK. What does that mean? Details is on Complete Sports. And this one, Neymar, Firmino, Coutinho, they're already in Singapore. Nice one. 11 players begin training for October 13th. So why are we not there?
They're not messing about.
Already? Okay, and we're supposed to start arriving on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it is what it is. It's different federations handling this teams. For Nigeria, it's on Wednesday. For Brazil, the players
already hit the ground running. 11 players already. Osimhen battles Slimani and Palaos. That's for League One Player of the Month for September. Aribo declared fit for Brazil. That's a good one.
Nice
one. And Arsene Wenger have turned down EPL offers. Yes, he said that. He has a role with FIFA now, right? We should just focus on that. It's almost 70.
It's exactly, man.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Sports in Life now. That's the last paper for review. UCL, Messi could be banned from the UK if yeah, and there's this special one on Barcelona. On all the clubs that they're owing, the amount is totaling £232 million.
Sell Messi and pay the bill.
But they're not going to sell Messi. Still on Sports and Life. Jamilu Collins, Eagles will shock Brazil. I like that kind of talk. No fear whatsoever. Neymar, 10 others in Singapore already. Best of Africa 100. Ahmed Musa, Ikuku Shitu, Utaka, listed. Onyekuru may head back to Galatasaray on loan. The move hasn't panned out for Onyekuru. Can't seem to get enough playing time at Monaco. But says thinking of going back again.
Yeah, I think that's better for him because he needs to be playing. And Monaco right now, they're not doing good, which is so Galatasaray is a better deal for him. All right, we need to go now. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I'm Cecilia Mogbe.
I'm Tai Salam. Enjoy the rest of your day.